Do you know how much freedom and peace it is when you finally go off the script, you go completely off script and you stop doing what's expected of you? You stop committing to things that subtly drain you. And you start doing things that honor who you are. And you start truly moving towards authenticity, regardless of how that may look to other people. Do you also recognize how much peace you embody when you are completely okay with just being you without any regard for how people may view you? Since I've been on this journey with God, there was just a mother and her two children that just walked by, but I'm going to continue on with my my video. But one of the things that I've learned, and since 2020, when I first started going on this journey, is that I subscribe to a lot of things. I subscribe to holding on to toxic family that literally did nothing but keep me in a place of people pleasing and cycles that weighed down and kept myself in bondage, both in the spiritual and the physical world. And eventually, after repeating all of these cycles and falling for it, thinking it would be different, I realized and recognized the insanity. So are you ready to take a leap of faith and truly start honoring yourself and moving in a way that is authentically against the grain of the way that the world tells you to move? Because I've started making those strides and steps a long time ago. And from the way I see it, I don't regret it. It feels absolutely amazing to be able to physically see just how green and distinctly green and in variance each leaf on each tree is. To look at the butterflies and the way that light particles reflect off different aspects of prisms that we usually don't see with our naked eye, but are just magical, like really noticing and slowing down just enough to enjoy the small things. Also being able to truly worship in a way that is unknown to most people because they are so busy trying to survive and they're in survival mode. Being out of survival mode is truly a gift and a blessing. And I decided to take this trip this way because now that I have gotten to a place where I'm no longer in survival mode, I decided to go back and retrace my steps. And this very area that I'm in right now, I think it was about 6 or 7 years ago, I was in an abusive marriage, and there was an urgent care that I had to go, one of many, because while I was at work, I got hit by a car. And it was featured in a small newspaper. I don't know if it still exists, but it's called The Patch. And, it's just nice to go back to places and spaces. And plus, I went to school out here from elementary school to high school, and I'm a Long Beach native, born and raised. So God kept me in my hometown. He didn't drag me out of here because there's something that I'm supposed to do here, but I have the vision. And so it's been nice, like really reframing, like having the blessing of being able to be pruned and consecrated and purified and brought out here, on a walk of faith, because I've had to leave behind everything that I've known that was really weighing me down. And in the last 2.5 weeks, like I've had so much joy, like I've been singing. I just have this creative spark again, and I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm gonna be like Noah. I'm building the ark. I'm doing the thing as if everything that I could ever imagine is already here. This wind, this is a form of heaven, literally on earth. And if there's anything that you regret, trust me when I tell you this. Let it all go, because it's not going to matter in eternity. But now is the time to be who your soul truly is. Stop letting people label you and, project who they think you are onto you. I got tired of living that life. And now I'm really enjoying the fruits of my spiritual walk. Like the last couple of weeks, like I've been taking trips just to really, I have my phone on Do Not Disturb. I really don't want to be bothered by people. Like nobody, like I'm very intentional now, like who has access to me. I've always been a loner, but sometimes, well, back in the past, like would sometimes like kind of like begrudgingly let people into my space, but I don't have to do that anymore. If I choose to have somebody in my company, that's because I really value your company. And it's okay to be that way. But what I'm saying is this: the relationship that I have with God, Yahshua, Yahweh, and the Holy Spirit, that is the best relationship ever. That is agape love, and I'm loving this. So I just thought I'd come on here and, say what's up. So all of you guys, I hope you do well, be blessed, and I sense a dynamic shift. Blessings abound. So be prepared, be expectant, live in that thing. All right.